Sean Manaea is heading to the San Francisco Giants, a 2-year deal, according to John Heyman, $12.5 million per year. I believe there's an opt out after this coming season. In total, it is $25 million. Was this an overpay for the Giants? I believe it was. The Padres, there was no way that they were going to give Sean Manaea $12.5 million per year, especially with the way that he ended the 2022 season. I loved his personality. I was a fan of him during the regular season and him eating innings. Like, he was valuable to the Padres, but when it got to the postseason time and particularly the NLCS, that's not a guy that I want in the 2023 NLCS, if that makes sense. Game 4, that left a really, really bad taste in probably a lot of Padres fans' mouths and probably the Padres front office, their mouths. He goes out for that first inning of work in game 4 against the Phillies, gives up a run, and then he goes out for the second inning. Part of that might have been Bob Melvin's problem. Like, it was his fault for putting him out there for the second inning of work. If he was just going to bring Garcia in anyway in that inning, in that 5th inning, he was willing to do that. But he goes out there for that second inning and he gets shelled. I think he gave up 5 runs in total in that outing. I remember the home run to Rhys Hoskins, a lot of balls in that left center gap. The Padres, they're in a spot that is different from the Giants right now. Maybe the Giants didn't view it as this like overpay because they saw the value of Sean Manaea, and maybe they make some additions like Carlos Correa, someone like that, and they're closer to contention this year. But they're just trying to fill out a rotation, get through this season, maybe get some surprise shot at getting that last wild card spot or something. But the Padres, they want someone that they're comfortable giving the ball to in a huge situation in the postseason. That's who they want getting that 4 or that 5 spot in the rotation, and Nick Martinez getting the other to start the season. And Sean Manaea just wasn't that guy. Again, $12.5 million per year on this 2-year deal. He's in his prime. I mean, he's 30. He's going to be 31, I think, during the season. But if you compare, let's compare like Manaea and Jose Quintana, for example. Manaea had a 4.96 ERA, a negative baseball reference WAR this past season, and he got 12.5 per year. Jose Quintana had a 3.4 baseball reference WAR, a 2.93 ERA this past year. People loved him with the Cardinals when he was over there. And he got $13 million a year from the Mets on a, I think, 2-year deal. I think it was 13 per year, $26 million. So Manaea and Quintana got about the same money. Baseball Reference, or not Baseball Reference, Fangraphs, excuse me. They had his WAR, Manaea, at 1.1 this past year. They have him being worth $9 million this past year, and he got 12.5 per year. I mean, to me, that seems like it's an overpay. Maybe he stays healthy all year, kind of like he did this year, and he has just a better year with the Giants than with the Padres, and that might be the case. I mean, the Giants ballpark is not really a hitter-friendly ballpark, so maybe he gets some extra fly balls that would have been home runs elsewhere, and that lowers his ERA and stuff. We'll see. Again, nothing personally against Sean Manaea. He looked like a great person to be around, a great teammate. People loved him inside that organization, but he's not someone that the Padres trust if you had to give him the ball in the NLCS again. And that's why he's not back with the Padres. Good luck to Sean, as long as he's not facing the Padres this coming season and in 2024 if he does, if he's in San Francisco in 2024. Let me know in the comments if you think that was an overpay.